Hi everyone, welcome. My name's Lindsay Monal, and today we're going to be practicing a Yoga Nidra practice to balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Yin and Yang are Ida and Pingala nadis, sun and moon, right? These opposing forces in our body and in nature. I have my divine feminine Aaliyah here and divine masculine Patrick here as my models. And as you can see, they've already set themselves up pretty comfortably. So take a moment for yourself and come into a comfortable, supportive position, lying down in Shavasana, either on the floor or in your bed or somewhere cozy. If you feel like you're a little bit restless right now, you need to move a bit, I'd recommend pausing the video, doing a little gentle asana, maybe a down dog, a child's pose, just some cat-cows or any natural movement to get the kind of jitters out of you. And when you're ready, coming into a supportive position. So as you start to settle here onto your back, you might draw your shoulder blades together beneath you and then rest both shoulders down into the mat. And with that, you'll feel a little opening across the front of your chest, a little broadening, some more space for your breath to flow. Your hands can rest beside you, maybe with the palms up, or if it feels more supportive to have the hands somewhere else on the body or beside the body, you're welcome to adjust yourself here to find comfort. You can tuck your chin toward your chest just a little bit and maybe roll your head from side to side just to find a little extra length and space in the back of the head and neck. And then resting your head centered on your spine in a place where your head feels evenly balanced on the floor. And here might be a good place to slide a blanket or a small pillow beneath the head for a little extra comfort. See here if you can lengthen through your whole spine, the back of the rib cage, all the way down through the tailbone. Let your hips be heavy, legs and feet roll open naturally. Just find a place where your body feels evenly supported by the earth beneath you. If you have any pinching or discomfort in the low back, you might slide a bolster or a rolled up blanket underneath your thighs or knees for more support here. And I invite you to cover yourself with the blanket, just allowing your nervous system to start to feel protected and safe and comforted. If you've got an eye pillow, you can grab that or dim the lights in your space. So we're going to begin our Yoga Nidra practice in a moment. Yoga Nidra is a guided meditation practice that we do resting in Shavasana or another supportive position where the body is able to deeply relax and let go of long-held stress and tension. In Yoga Nidra, our minds move into the hypnagogic state, this dreamlike state between being awake and being asleep. And in this place, we're able to kind of flow between visualizations and states of consciousness. This is a natural state, a place that we go to every single night before we go to bed. But in Yoga Nidra practice, we're extending the amount of time that we spend in this hypnagogic state, which allows our brain to process different memories and thoughts and kind of all the things that come into our brains throughout the day. And so when we extend our time in the hypnagogic state, we find ourselves feeling more rested, more relaxed, and we can wake up feeling a little bit more refreshed. We're going to begin the practice of Yoga Nidra now. If at any point your mind wanders or you drift off into sleep, just feel free to come back when you remember. There's no need to make up what you missed. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, you're welcome to adjust yourself or roll over, just finding comfort in the body, in the mind, allowing yourself to rest deeply here. As you start to settle, you might take one more scan here through the body. Notice any areas of tension or holding, resistance, and see if you can start to allow your body to become heavier, falling into the support of the cushion or the ground beneath you. Allow yourself to be held here and supported. And to begin our practice, I invite you to shift your awareness to the sounds that you hear around you. Maybe first listening for the furthest sound that you can hear outside of the room that you're in. Maybe cars driving by or the wind blowing through the trees. Just notice what the furthest sound that you can hear is, and let your mind bounce around from sound to sound, picking up like a microphone all the different sounds externally. Then you can start to shift your awareness a little closer towards your body, maybe noticing the sounds that you hear inside the room you're in. Maybe the gentle hum of some electricity buzzing through electronics nearby, or the sound of a fan or a pet or family member. Just noticing these sounds, again, not holding on to any sound in particular, just allowing your mind to bounce around from sound to sound. Slowly here, guide your attention inside of your body and notice what sounds you're making internally. Observe the sound of an inhale, the sound of an exhale. Notice any other internal sounds that you might hear. The sound of the thoughts in your head, or if you get quiet enough, maybe you can even hear the sound of your own heart beating. Just listening for these internal sounds as you draw your awareness inward, allowing those external sounds to fade into the background, into this natural soundscape that supports your meditative practice. As you start to settle, resting deeply in the body, I'll begin to guide you through a body scan practice, a rotation of consciousness through different body parts. And so as I call out different parts of the body, I want you just to feel, but don't move these spaces. Just see if you can allow your mind to move into these areas and through them. And if there's any places you can't feel, maybe you just visualize them in your mind's eye, guiding your awareness through the body. For our practice today, we're going to begin bringing our attention to the palm of the right hand. Begin to notice your right palm and any sensation here in the right hand. Become aware of your right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and your fifth finger. Notice your right wrist, your right forearm, right elbow, and your right upper arm. Notice the right armpit, the right side of your waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right shin, and your right ankle. Become aware of the top of your right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and your fifth toe. Notice the sole of the right foot, the right heel, back of the right ankle, the back of your right calf, the back of the right knee, your hamstrings, and your right glute. See if you can feel this whole right side of the body here. Now shift your awareness into the left hand. Become aware of any sensations in the palm of the left hand. Notice your left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and your fifth finger. Feel the left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, your left armpit. Feel the left side of the waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, and your left ankle. Notice the top of your left foot, your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Feel the sole of your left foot, your left heel, back of the left ankle, back of the left calf, left knee, and your left hamstrings. Feel your left glute. And notice this whole left side of the body here. Bring your awareness to your tailbone. Feel your lower back and your middle back, your upper back. Notice your right shoulder blade and your left shoulder blade, the back of your neck, the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead. Can you feel your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow, right eye, your left eye? Notice your right nostril, your left nostril, right ear, and your left ear. Feel the right cheek, the left cheek, your upper lip, your lower lip, your teeth, your tongue, the inside of your mouth, your jaw, and your chin. Become aware of the front of your neck, the sides of your neck, and watch your awareness move down toward your chest. Notice the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, your belly. Rest your awareness here at the navel center and just begin to observe the breath. See here if you can feel the whole right side of your body at once, the whole left side of your body at once, the whole front of your body, the whole back of your body. See here if you can feel your whole body at once, every cell in the body conscious with your awareness. Rest your awareness at the navel center and observe your body being breathed here. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly with each inhale and each exhale. Keep your awareness just at the navel, just at your belly button, and begin to count backwards 11 breaths. An inhale and an exhale equal one breath. So it's 11 inhales, 11 exhales. If you lose count, just come back to 11 when you remember. Let go of the count wherever you are. Bring your awareness to your nostrils. As you inhale, feel your right nostril. As you exhale, feel the left nostril. Inhale, feel the left nostril on the left side of your body. As you exhale, feel the right nostril on the right side. Inhale, right nostril, right side. As you exhale, left nostril, left side. Inhale, left nostril. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Just continuing at your own pace here, feeling one side of the body in the nostrils, and then the other on the breath. On your next exhale, feel both sides and both nostrils. Rest your awareness just in the nostrils. Begin to count backwards 11 breaths. An inhale and an exhale equal one breath. So it's 11 inhales and 11 exhales. If you lose count, just come back to 11 when you remember. Let go of the count wherever you are. Bring your awareness to your heels and feel your heels heavy on the mat. Feel your heels heavy, your calves heavy, your thighs heavy, and your hips heavy. With each exhale, feel yourself getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Feel your torso heavy, arms heavy, hands heavy, head heavy. With each exhale, feel yourself getting heavier and heavier and heavier. You're as heavy as lead. You're so heavy you couldn't move if you tried. Recreate a feeling of heaviness in the body. Visualize yourself heavy and rooted. So heavy you could leave an imprint on the ground beneath you. Rest in the sensation of feeling heavy. And now feel your head light, your hands light, arms light, hips light, thighs light, calves light, your heels light. With each inhale, feel yourself getting lighter and lighter and lighter. You're as light as a feather. You're so light you could float between the ceiling and the floor. Recreate a feeling of lightness in the body. Feel your body here light as a feather, floating effortlessly. Rest on the sensation of feeling light, weightless. Notice how it feels in the body. And now go back to the sensation of feeling heavy. now light, now heavy, now light, now heavy. Rest on the sensation of being heavy, rooted and connected to the earth beneath you. As I go through some fast-moving visuals now, I want you to see what arises on the screen of your mind. You don't need to create a picture, just see what floats in. Like a kaleidoscope of images, allow yourself to be the observer. Sun setting over the horizon. Bright blue, wide open sky. A healing crystal. A cactus. A puppy. A cow. A glistening lake. A white swan. A full moon. A beach. A pair of pink flip-flops. A set of snow boots. The feeling of a warm blanket covering you. The sound of children laughing. Freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. The feeling of being hugged. The smell of roses. An elephant nuzzling her baby with her trunk. Yourself lying here, feeling the earth beneath you. As you lay here, I invite you to notice that out in front of you, there's a golden door. You sit up and begin to walk over toward the golden door. You open the golden door and look out in front of you through the door. You see sand that stretches for miles, a bright blue sky and the hot sun shining down. You step through the door into the sand, into the desert. You look around you, nothing much to see but sand that stretches for miles and dunes of sand blown by the wind. You begin to walk through the warm sand, feeling the warm sand beneath your feet. You walk over the sand dunes, through the desert. Every once in a while you see a cluster of cacti and aloe, surviving despite the harsh conditions of the desert climate. Continue walking through the desert, feeling the warm sand beneath your feet, the hot sun shining down. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. You're eager for shade, and as you look out, you notice there's a cave in front of you. You walk through the warm sand toward the mouth of the cave and step into the cave under the shade. Instantly, you feel relief from that hot sun, the coolness of the air inside the cave. You notice there's a sign that says right this way, and recognize that you're not the first one that's visited this cave. There's a rope guiding along a path through the cave. You decide to walk into the cave along the rope-lined path, following the signs and the directions through the cave. As it gets darker and darker in the cave, you notice there are torches mounted on the cave walls, and you decide to take a torch in your hand to help you guide your way. You walk through the dark cave and start to notice the sound of running water. At first, it's just a trickle, but as you walk deeper and deeper into the cave, the water begins to run. The sound gets louder and louder, and you hear the echo of the water, the river, running through the cave, resonating off of the cave walls. The glow from your torch lights the way as you follow the sound of the water and the rope-lined path, deeper and deeper into the cave. Eventually, you reach the end of the rope, and there's an opening. The river flows into a lake in the center of the cave. And there's a peaking point where sun shines down through the cave, and you see the reflection of the sun glistening off the water. Here in the cave, you feel yourself completely safe, supported, and protected. You shine the light from your torch around and notice that here at the center of the cave, the whole ceiling is covered in beautiful healing crystals. The light is glistening off of the crystals, reflecting off of the water, and you feel yourself completely immersed in this magical healing space. Mother Nature has created this cave for your protection, for your safety, and for your growth and expansion. As you sit here in the cave, hearing the sound of the water still running, decide you'd like to call out an intention, a word or a phrase that describes the way that you'd like to move through these next few days, these next few weeks. See that word in your mind's eye, and then hear yourself in the cave yelling out, hearing that intention echoed back at you. Maybe the intention is to be love, or to cultivate abundance, joyfulness. So as you call out, you hear it bouncing back at you. Love, love, love. Joy, joy, joy. Abundance, abundance, abundance. Hear your intention and your voice being echoed back at you. Feel yourself in this echo chamber, resonant, vibrating here. Every cell in your body, every molecule, every crystal, the entire environment here is now resonating with the frequency of your voice and your intention, magnifying its power. You sit here and listen, soaking in these healing vibrations and sensations as your mind and body are cleared. Take a deep breath in and an exhale here. You decide now it's time to return, so you stand up. Using your torch to guide the way, you walk back along the rope-lined path, along the water, hearing the river alongside you as your torch guides the way back toward the mouth of the cave. You walk further and further, inching closer and closer toward where you entered. You hang your torch back up on the wall. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Continue walking along that rope-lined path, back toward the mouth of the cave where you entered. The sun is setting now, and as you look out on the desert in front of you, the sky is beautiful shades of pinks and orange, purples and blues. See the sunset over the horizon and begin to walk back through the sand, through the desert. As it's turning into evening, the sand beneath your feet is a little bit cooler now. You walk through the dunes, past the cacti, over the dunes and through the sand, back toward the golden door. You turn yourself around here and take one last look out at the beautiful and endless desert landscape. You see the sun setting over the horizon. Just taking in this moment, soaking in this energy. You turn yourself back around and open the golden door. You step back into the golden door and close the door behind you. Step back into the room that you were in, walking back over to meet your body on the mat. You step back, laying down into the body, feeling the earth beneath you and all the places that your body is connected to and supported by the ground. Take a moment here to observe how you're feeling, and as you're ready, you begin to deepen your breath, taking a fuller inhale and a deeper exhale. You slowly start to invite gentle movement back into the body, wiggling through your fingers and your toes, brushing the fingertips across one another, feeling that sensation here. You rock your head gently from side to side, point and flex your feet and roll through your ankles. Taking any micro movements here that serve you, perhaps stretching your arms long overhead for a big good morning stretch, reaching through the right side and the left side of the body. One at a time, you bend your knees, begin to hug your knees in. And in your own time, keeping your eyes closed, you start to roll over onto one side, resting for a moment in the fetal position, shape indicative of new beginnings. In your own time, you slowly begin to press yourself back up toward a comfortable seated position. If your eyes have opened, just allow the eyes to reclose once you arrive. When you get here, sit up tall. Align your heart over your hips, your head over your heart. Allow your hands to rest gently in your lap and take a moment to observe how you feel here without a right way to feel. Present and aware for any sensations in the body or mind. Reflect back now on that intention you set in the cave, that word or phrase that you called out. If you can't remember the cave, that's okay. Allow yourself to pick an intention now, a word, a phrase that best describes the way that you'd like to move through these next few days and these next few weeks. Lovingly, joyfully, abundantly. Whatever word or phrase first pops into your mind is the perfect intention for you here. See that word in your mind's eye, planting that seed so that your wish can manifest as it should. And as you're ready, you can gather your palms to press in front of your compassionate heart center in a prayer shape, Anjali Mudra, feeling the union of right and left, sun and moon, masculine, feminine, yin and yang, all meeting, converging here at the heart center. can bow your head toward your chest and thank yourself for showing up today, being elevated through yoga. As you're ready, gently bow forward, closing your practice. And in your own time, you can start to gently flutter the eyes open, just taking in the first thing you see in front of you, maybe naming it wood floor. Take a little look around the space, reorienting yourself to this physical plane. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you to my lovely yoga models here. If you're feeling spacey, take some time to do a little gentle asana as you reground. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.